Okay, so we're here with Geoffrey and Anita of Wieden+Kennedy and a new division aptly titled the Department of New Realities. For a lot of the guys that are out there who haven't actually seen the presentation, have the benefit of the presentation, can you give me a little nutshell about the Department of New Realities?
Yeah, well, we're a small department within Wieden+Kennedy Amsterdam, and we focus on making experiences with new technology. So we work a lot with virtual reality, with augmented reality, with gaming approaches, basically all this alternative media and new tech that's coming out. There's a big demand for creating content and creating artwork with this new technology because as the world is evolving, we're craving new experiences. So we're focusing on making something new. And as a department, we have the production facilities to make it all happen in-house.
Okay.
Yeah, and we also we work with the clients that we have in the Wieden+Kennedy network, and we also have self-initiated projects, which are, a lot of the time come from research and development and prototyping these new ideas, which often turn into bigger projects.
All right, and where's the demand actually coming from? Because for a lot of agencies, this is a bit of a luxury to like really go out. It's basically like setting up a very nice R&D department.
Yeah, it's a lot of times clients don't know what they want until you give them things that they can have.
Yeah.
Like it's almost like the briefs with new technology are hard to come by unless they react to something that's already been made. So with our R&D approach, we're just making things that feel right, and we're aware of specific trends that are interesting to work within, like dystopia and sci-fi, or health tech and altered states, and children's fairy tales and children's content and these kind of approaches, like these things that have commercial appeal, but we're just making artwork underneath those themes and then having meetings with clients and showing them, and then a lot of times it mutates and goes into something else, but it's a starting point to get an accurate brief in.
Right, and what sort of clients, what sort of industries are usually this would resonate with, or who are actually coming in looking for solutions?
Yeah, we have a sense of autonomy at the Department of New Realities, where we're able to go out and kind of try and look for new business opportunities ourselves and get our own clients. And then we also have like Facebook and Corona, Instagram, Milka, who are all working with Wieden already.
They're reaching out for ideas like this.
Yeah, and generally there's a bit of a process of showcasing new possibilities and kind of putting them inside these worlds, so they truly understand what's possible. And then kind of a brief arises from that, which can lead into a big project, whether it's an installation or thinking about augmented reality applications, or people are really interested in this basically because it's in our daily lives. So I guess clients and audiences are waking up to the fact that we need to figure this out. We need new experiences and new content. People are quite hungry for it, so I think we're in the right place at the right time.
Yeah, it's definitely the right place at the right time, and this conference itself, considering the type of content that we've been seeing. Any real-world applications that you can talk about, or any successful case studies in particular that you thought was quite a good byproduct of the department?
Well, one thing is we started with this children's content approach, and we made a project called the Senseless Fairy Tale Princess, and that we started because we're like, oh, if children like the content and like the experience, so will adults. So we're kind of hitting all of the spectrum of criticism for content in one hit if we make children's content.
Yeah.
And we had the children come in and help direct the project and tell us what they wanted and what they didn't want. And that was very successful, that project, and it's kind of put us in an arena of understanding the future of children's entertainment. And so we've been invited to a few conferences, and the piece is being shown all over the place, going to China, and it's opening up a lot of doors of like a big question that a lot of people have, of like, what kind of media should we be making for this next generation of people coming up that intuitively understand new technology?
Yeah, it's really exciting that we're in the place, the Department of New Realities, where it's all about kind of developing these projects and self-initiated things that can turn into like original content that the agency is outputting, as opposed to being dictated to create content for brands. We're coming at it from the different side, where we can kind of have control of the creative and perhaps think about how we franchise or how we create new possibilities based on our own ideas as opposed to
Yeah.
external brands. So
Yeah, and I find it quite interesting that it wasn't just technology that you were going at. It was basically like tapping into culture and seeing sort of what lies underneath, and you can actually, pull out for ideas. Where do you guys find like inspiration, like for new ideas? And
I think we find inspiration in a lot of different formats. I think it's always a quest to always do something that feels soulful and real. Because when you deal with this technology and these things, that things can feel like they lack a certain personality or become quite cold and quite unhuman in a lot of ways. So we definitely we play the gamut of extremes in that. That's why we have absurdity or humor or 80s horror. All of these different things are very strong, very human, very emotional kind of stories and aesthetics that we infuse into the technology just to give it a little bit of a heartbeat and a soul. And so that's the inspiration comes from all things, heartfelt.
Right. Anything exciting that's on the horizon for you guys, or for particular projects that you're working on that you can talk about?
Yeah, well, we're doing a lot of augmented reality approaches right now. We're just like, who do you want to be when you hide behind the veil of the avatar, and you have the opportunity for customizing your identity and your gender and your sex and your anything, like if you want to be a reptile or if you want to be an alien or if you want to be faceless, all of these things about playing with who the self is and seeing how we can express ourselves with these kind of approaches.
Right. And lastly, where can people find you?
departmentofnewrealities.com.
Right, and social as well?
Yeah, on
WK,
Instagram.
yeah, WKDPTNR,
DPTNR.
Instagram.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, guys.
Thanks.
Thanks.